You are standing in a kitchen at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday. You are heating something up, adding something to it, changing it from one thing into another thing entirely. And you have done this so many times in your life that it feels completely automatic. But here is the thing nobody tells you about that moment. No other animal on Earth does what you are doing right now. Not one, not anywhere, not ever. Every single creature alive today eats its food exactly as it finds it, except us. We are the only species in the history of life on this planet that transforms its food before eating it. And the reason why goes so much deeper than survival. It goes all the way down to the reason your brain is the size it is. So how did it start? Who did it first? And what exactly happened to the humans who figured it out? The answer begins with a fire that nobody meant to start. Around 1.5 million years ago, a group of early hominins called Homo erectus were living across parts of Africa and Asia. They were not quite us. They had smaller brains than modern humans, heavier brow ridges, and they spent a significant portion of every single day chewing. And we mean a significant portion. Estimates suggest early hominins spent up to 6 hours a day chewing raw food just to extract enough calories to survive. Your jaw muscles alone would have been massive. Your teeth would have worn down to almost nothing by the time you were 30. Eating raw food is genuinely exhausting work. Plants are tough. Meat is stringy. Your gut has to do enormous amounts of labor to break any of it down. And then something happened, probably near a natural wildfire, probably by accident. Some food fell into flames or landed near burning vegetation, and a hominin did what hominins do. They investigated. They smelled something they had never smelled before, and then they ate it. What happened next is the single most consequential meal in the entire history of life on Earth. Cooked food releases dramatically more calories than raw food. A cooked sweet potato gives you nearly double the usable energy of a raw one. The heat breaks down the tough cell walls that your gut would normally spend hours fighting through. It pre-digests the food before it even enters your body, which means your gut suddenly had far less work to do. And here is where it gets remarkable, because your body does not just leave unused biological machinery sitting around. When your gut has less work to do, it shrinks. And here is the rule that changed everything. Brains are extraordinarily expensive organs. They consume roughly 20% of your total energy just to exist. For millions of years, that energy cost was a hard ceiling. You could not grow a bigger brain because you simply could not afford to run one. But when cooking unlocked a flood of new available calories and a smaller gut freed up energy that had previously been committed to digestion, the ceiling lifted. The human brain started growing, fast. Faster than almost anything else in evolutionary history. Homo erectus brains were roughly 900 cubic centimeters. Modern human brains are around 1,400. That entire expansion happened in the window after cooking became a regular behavior. The anthropologist Richard Wrangham has spent decades arguing that cooking did not just change what humans ate. Cooking made us human, and the evidence backs him up in ways that go far beyond brain size. When researchers look at the fossil record, the timing lines up almost exactly. Smaller teeth, smaller guts, larger brains, all appearing together in the same window as the earliest evidence of controlled fire use. But cooking did something else too, something that does not show up in skull measurements. It created the campfire. Before cooking, there was no reason to gather around a fire. Fire was dangerous. You moved away from it. After cooking, fire became the center of everything. Groups started gathering at a fixed point every evening. For the first time in hominin history, there was a place where everyone came together at the end of the day. And around that fire, something new became possible. Language, story, memory shared across generations. The things that make us not just smart animals, but actually human. The campfire became the first classroom, the first parliament, the first theater. Everything that makes human civilization possible traces back directly to a group of hominins sitting around a fire, eating something warm, at the end of a long day. So the next time you heat something up on a Tuesday evening and it feels like nothing, remember that it is actually everything. That is the oldest ritual on Earth. And you do it without thinking, because it is so deep in what you are that it does not feel like a choice. It never was. Subscribe for more of what we actually were before we pretended to have it all figured out.